Close your eyes for a second. Just imagine it. The big house, the freedom, the respect you've been craving. You can see yourself there, can't you? It feels so real, like you could reach out and touch it. But here's the question that keeps you up at night. Why is it that every single time you try to actually build that life, you freeze? You tell yourself, tomorrow will be different. And then tomorrow comes, and you do the exact same thing. You scroll, you avoid, you wait. Another day gone, another promise broken to yourself. And the worst part, deep down, you know you're capable of so much more. So what is actually happening inside your brain? And more importantly, how do you finally break this cycle? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, everything changes.
Let me paint a picture for you. This is probably what your mornings look like. You wake up, and for a split second, you feel hopeful. Today is the day. You're finally going to start that project. You're finally going to take that first step toward your dream. You have good intentions, genuinely good intentions. But then your hand reaches for the phone. Just 5 minutes, you tell yourself, just to check notifications. 5 minutes turns into 15. 15 turns into an hour. Before you know it, half of the morning is gone. You've watched 17 TikToks, replied to 3 texts that could have waited, and somehow ended up looking at the vacation photos of someone you haven't spoken to since high school. So you tell yourself, okay, I'll start after lunch. Lunch comes, and now you feel tired. You feel unmotivated. Your brain whispers, you deserve a break. You'll have more energy tomorrow. And because that feels good to hear, you listen. So you push it to tonight. Tonight comes, and suddenly it's 11 p.m. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, feeling that familiar weight of guilt sitting on your chest. I'll do it tomorrow, you whisper to the dark. But here's the truth you already know. Tomorrow always looks exactly like today. And this pattern, this exhausting, soul-crushing pattern has been going on for months, maybe years. And you're starting to wonder, will I ever actually change? Here's what's really happening inside your head. You are living in a constant state of civil war. On one side, there's version A. That's the dreamer, the one who wants the trophy, the success, the life you see so clearly. That version of you sets goals, imagines the future, feels the hunger. On the other side, there's version B. That's the protector, the one who wants comfort, safety, and ease. That version doesn't care about your 5-year plan. It cares about right now. It wants to avoid pain, avoid failure, avoid anything that feels hard. Right now, version B is winning every single day. And here's the kicker. It's not because you're weak. It's because your brain is designed this way. You see, your brain has one primary job: keep you alive. And thousands of years ago, when you were living in caves, avoiding uncertainty was literally a survival mechanism. If you weren't sure about something, you stayed away. That kept you from getting eaten by tigers. But here's the problem. Today, your brain treats your goals like they're tigers. When you think about working on your dream project, your brain doesn't see opportunity, it sees threat. It sees effort. It sees uncertainty. It sees the possibility of failure. And it does not like any of those things. So what does it do? It offers you an escape route. Scroll on your phone, watch one more video, play a game, do literally anything except the thing that feels uncomfortable. And here's the cruelest part. When you give in, your brain actually rewards you. It gives you a little squirt of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. You feel relief, the discomfort goes away. And your brain learns, avoiding my goals feels good. Let's do that again tomorrow. This is not laziness. This is your brain running its factory settings. But here's the problem with being protected from short-term discomfort. It is stealing your long-term happiness. Every day you avoid your goals, you are building a stronger habit of avoidance. Every day you choose comfort over action, you are teaching your brain that your dreams don't actually matter. And every night when you lie in bed feeling guilty, you are reinforcing the belief that you are not good enough. You are building a prison, one I'll do it tomorrow at a time. Let me tell you what you're probably thinking right now. You're thinking, I'm just not disciplined enough. You're thinking, successful people have something I don't have. You're thinking, if I just had more motivation, everything would change. All of that is wrong.
Motivation is a feeling, and feelings come and go like clouds in the sky. You cannot build a life on motivation. What you actually need is something much less sexy, but much more powerful. Structure, systems, small decisions made over and over again. Here's another lie you're telling yourself. Perfectionism. Oh, I'm just a perfectionist, you say. I want it to be perfect before I start. No, you're not. Perfectionism is not high standards. Perfectionism is fear, wearing a fancy suit. It's your brain giving you the perfect excuse to never begin, because if you never start, you can never fail. And if you never fail, you never have to face the terrifying possibility that maybe, just maybe, you're not as special as you hoped. Let me be really honest with you for a second. You are afraid. You are afraid that if you actually try and it doesn't work out, you'll have to face the truth. The truth that your ideas might not be as good as they seemed. The truth that you might not be capable of the things you dream about. And that fear is paralyzing. It's so much easier to stay in the fantasy, to keep dreaming, planning, imagining, without ever testing those dreams in the real world. Because as long as you don't try, you can still believe that you could succeed if you wanted to. But deep down, you know that belief is hollow. Here's what you need to understand. Failure is not the opposite of success. Inaction is the opposite of success. When you fail, you learn something, you get data, you figure out what doesn't work, which brings you one step closer to what does. When you do nothing, you learn nothing. You stay exactly where you are. The clock keeps ticking and life keeps moving with or without you. Every single successful person you admire, and I mean every one of them, has failed more times than you have even tried. The difference is not talent, it's not luck, it's not some magical quality they were born with. The difference is they kept moving. They took imperfect action. They started before they felt ready. They built momentum through consistency, not through motivation. And that, right there, is what you need to do. You need to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating momentum with the moment you have right now. So how do you actually do this? How do you go from being someone who dreams to someone who does? Step 1, and this is going to hurt, accept the hard truth. You are never going to feel like doing it. You are probably never going to wake up bursting with energy and excitement to work on hard things. That's not how the human brain works. So you need to stop waiting to feel like it and start doing it anyway, especially when you don't feel like it, because every time you take action despite the resistance, you are rewiring your brain. You are teaching it that discomfort is not dangerous. You are building the muscle of discipline. Step 2, start laughably small. Do not try to change your entire life overnight. That's your perfectionism talking again. Pick one thing, one tiny, almost embarrassing small thing that moves you toward your goal. Maybe it's working for 15 minutes. Maybe it's writing one terrible sentence. Maybe it's making one awkward phone call. It does not matter how small it is. What matters is that you do it, and then you do it again tomorrow and the day after that. You are not trying to be perfect. You are trying to be consistent, because consistency builds habits, and habits build lives. Step 3, change your environment. Your environment is controlling you way more than you realize. If your phone is sitting next to you, you are going to check it. That's not a moral failing, that's physics. So stop fighting your willpower and start designing your space. Put your phone in another room, not face down, not on silent, another room. Clean your desk, close unnecessary tabs, turn off notifications. Make it harder to be distracted than it is to focus. Successful people don't have more willpower than you. They have better systems. They remove temptations before temptation becomes a choice. Step 4, and you're not going to like this. Stop consuming so much content about success. You are watching videos about productivity, reading articles about motivation, listening to podcasts about high performance. And all of that feels like progress, but it's not. It's another form of avoidance. It's your brain tricking you into thinking that learning is the same as doing. You do not need more information. You already know what you need to do. You need to stop learning and start executing. Step 5. Accept that you're going to suck at first. Your first attempt at anything is going to be terrible. That is not a prediction of failure. That is simply how learning works. Every expert was once a beginner. Every masterpiece started as a rough draft. You are not trying to be great right now. You are trying to start. You are trying to build the habit of showing up. Quality comes later. Consistency comes first. And this brings me to something most motivational videos never talk about. Stop beating yourself up. Guilt does not motivate you. Shame does not make you better. Every time you lie in bed hating yourself for wasting another day, you are actually making the problem worse. Because that guilt, that shame, that self-hatred, it reinforces the belief that you are broken. And if you believe you are broken, why would you even try? Instead, practice self-compassion. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to a friend who messed up. You didn't do everything you planned today. That's fine. Do one thing right now, just one. Forgiveness is not about letting yourself off the hook. Forgiveness is about giving yourself permission to try again without carrying the weight of past failures. Here's what I need you to remember. You are not lazy. Lazy is not who you are. Lazy is what you have been doing. And there is a massive difference. Who you are is someone with dreams, with potential, with the ability to change. What you have been doing is avoiding discomfort because your brain hasn't learned yet that discomfort leads to growth. But now you understand the psychology. Now you see the pattern. And understanding is the first step toward change. Ambition without action is just fantasy. Wishing will not build the life you want. But action without self-compassion will not last. You need the discipline to take action even when you don't feel like it. And you need the compassion to forgive yourself when you fall short. That balance, that is what creates lasting change. So here is what I want you to do. Stop watching videos about change and start being the change. Stop planning your life and start living it. Stop waiting for motivation and start building discipline. Take one small step today, just one, because that one small step is going to teach your brain that you are serious this time. And if you take another small step tomorrow, that momentum will grow. And before you know it, you will not recognize the person you used to be. You have spent so much time imagining the life you want. Now it is time to build it. Not someday, not when you feel ready. Now. You just need to start and then keep going. One day at a time, one decision at a time, one small action at a time. That is how lives change. That is how dreams become real. You are capable of so much more than you have shown yourself. But nobody is going to do this for you. Nobody is going to save you from yourself. You are the only one who can break this cycle. You are not broken. You are not hopeless. You are just stuck in a pattern. And patterns can be changed. It won't be easy. It won't be comfortable, but it will be worth it. Because on the other side of this struggle is the version of you that you've always wanted to be. The version that doesn't just dream, the version that does. Go be that person, starting right now.